All right, as many of you know, Warner Brothers and director Steven Spielberg have been gearing up to adapt the popular novel Ready Player One into a feature film. Yesterday, the studio officially announced that the film will hit theaters on December 15th, 2017. The book is described like this. In the year 2044, reality is an ugly place. The only time teenage Wade Watts really feels alive is when he's jacked into the virtual utopia known as the OASIS. Wade's devoted his life to studying the puzzles hidden within this world's digital confines, puzzles that are based on their creator's obsession with the pop culture of decades past and that promise massive power and fortune to whoever can unlock them. But when Wade stumbles upon the first clue, he finds himself beset by players willing to kill to take this ultimate prize. The race is on, and if Wade's going to survive, he'll have to win and confront the real world he's always been so desperate to escape. Christian, do you buy or sell Ready Player One and a Christmas season release?
Big buy, because I think that Warner Bros. Is getting ahead of the curve here, and they're looking, because once Star Wars comes out this December, all the studios are going to start because it's going to break records in December. You're going to have the first, for sure, $100 million opening in December, and then the studios are going to go, oh, wait a minute, because you've got all these Marvel and DC movies crowding the summer season. The December season, that's when all the huge movies, there's only, Hobbit and certain movies have lived there in December, but this movie should live in the summer, Ready Player One. But we're changing, and I think that they're seeing that. Rogue One comes out next December, so when this movie comes out in 2017, I think that that season will be set. I think the December season is going to start becoming the next summer season. Really smart. I'd love to see it then. I don't want to see it get overcrowded, and it has more chance to live from December into January, so smart.
I completely agree with you. I believe that December is going to become the next summer season because the summer, look, with more and more movies being produced every single year, that summer season is getting really crowded. And I think studios are looking for another ripe ground to release films in. And you're right. Once Star Wars crosses that $100 million mark in December, which has never happened before, once that happens, the studios even more are going to turn their eyes to those months as a good ripe ground to plop these big films. I think they're going to do it. Ready Player One is one of these books I've never read, and I've got this one buddy of mine who has just been telling me for about a year and a half now, you got to read Ready Player One. So much so that I've got it in my queue now in my Audible, and it's just like the 2 or 3 down the line in my queue that I'm getting ready to read. But now the movie's coming out, so I've got a rule. I won't read a book if the movie's coming out because I don't want my experience of the movie to be tainted by the book, so I'm not going to read it now. But it's being directed by Steven Spielberg, greatest filmmaker of all time. Of course you got to buy it, and you're right. This is a good season for it in December, so for me it's a buy.
Yeah, it's a buy for me, too. I'm really excited that I know it was announced a while back, but now they've actually planted a date when it's coming out. I myself also haven't read the book, but I got it through Loot Crate after hearing about it for a million years. Then they just gave you the book. So now I have it sitting there I'm going to read that. Now I will read it just because I've heard so many good things about it. And I believe it's written by the same guy who wrote Fanboys. Isn't that right?
No, I don't know.
Ernest Cline. So I love the idea of what the book is. So I'm interested to read the book. And I can't wait to see what Spielberg, how he adapts it, how he takes this Avatar-filled world and populates it. What's he going to, what are we going to see is really what I'm looking forward to. So I buy it.